What's up? Hi guys, so today I'm going to be telling you a story. I haven't done this in a while. I'm going to be talking about a stalker, creepy man at Target. I haven't really talked about anything really controversial or something that could get me in trouble that happened in my life. Yeah, we'll just get started with the story. So about a week ago, I'm sorry. So about a week ago, I was leaving church, I'm not gonna say who I was with because I'm not sure if they would want me to disclose that information, if you know what I'm saying. So I was leaving church, we were all in my car. I was driving my Land Rover, you know how that do. 2006 Land Rover. They were like, hey, we should do something fun now. Not that church wasn't like the most fun thing ever, but let's do something else fun. We're like, what do all the white girls in the South do when there's nothing to do and nowhere to go on a Sunday? Let's go to Target. So we got up in the car and we went to Target. I turn off the highway. It's not a highway, and there's a restaurant on the right. And Target is a little bit past that. So I'm pulling in and Target's up there and there's a restaurant to the right and it's a 2-lane road. So I'm driving to Target and I'm like, la yay Target, we gotta see all the Halloween costumes and all the pumpkin spice. And this guy was driving the opposite way, like how you're supposed to. And he tries to turn and almost hits me, okay? He almost hits me. On my side of the car where I was sitting, and I was like, thank you, thanks. I had the right of way, thank you. So he tries to turn and he like almost hits the side of my car, so he's like, no, and then he goes, pff, but he doesn't hit it, obviously, because I would be a lot angrier right now, even though I'm pretty angry. And I just kept going. I was like, whoa, dude, like, chill out. I had the right of way. I didn't have a stop sign. You're supposed to wait until everyone's passed to turn left into the restaurant, dude. Like, use your brain, man. So when he does that, I sort of turn around just to see who it was, because like when someone drives badly or they like pass you or something or almost hit you, you're like trying to see who that is. I just wanted to see who almost hit my car and could have hurt me. So I turn and look, and he's screaming and yelling at the top of his lungs, and he's going, I don't know what he was saying, but I could just see him going. He had his fingers up in the air. He was like, first of all, he was in the wrong when we were driving. I was doing nothing wrong. He would have been in the wrong if he had hit me. Second of all, it was a bunch of girls in the car, and it's a 50-something-year-old man screaming and yelling and shooting you the bird and probably cussing you out. Yeah, you're a stand-up guy. You're a great man. And when I saw him doing that, I was like, okay, you need to chill out. But I didn't say anything, obviously. I didn't do anything back. Stuff like that, when people get angry for no reason when they're driving, I just like brush it off so fast. Like, it's just like, okay, whatever, he's just some like, whatever, dude. I'll probably never see them again, even though this is a really small town. But so everyone else in the car after he did that was like, did he really just do that? Like, oh my gosh, like, why would he do that to you? He was the one that was in the wrong. Like, he was not supposed to do that. And I was like, it's whatever, that's his problem. He's not gonna bother us anymore. Just calm down, it's fine. So we get into the parking lot at Target. I park my car. We're just sitting there for a minute, just like primping ourselves up, getting ready for that Target though. So while we're sitting in the car, someone in the back seat goes, is he walking toward the car? And I was like, no. Like, what? No. What are you talking about? He went into that restaurant, like, down the road. I look in the rearview mirror, and he's walking toward my car at a very fast pace. Very scary man. Very scary looking. He was definitely over 6 feet tall. Had, like, grayish hair, glasses, had the plaid shirt on, and like this. And also, the person in the back seat that first saw him said that he had his hand in his pocket. Take that as you will. When I hear that, I'm like, oh, he probably has a weapon. if you think I'm overreacting, then you can just leave, because if you put yourself in this situation, it's very scary. But at the moment when I saw him, I was like, well, maybe he's just walking into Target. I mean, some people will park their car somewhere, go into that store, go into another store, and like walk around the shopping center. So I was like, maybe he's just walking into Target. Maybe he just wanted something before he went into the restaurant. Like, who knows? Even though you could obviously tell that he was walking to our car and he looked angry, even though I did this much, I did nothing to him. Okay, when he almost hit me, I literally looked at him and then saw that and looked back. Like I didn't make any faces at him. I didn't make any gesture at him. I literally just glanced at him. I didn't do anything to cause any problem to him. So he's the one with the problem, dude. But he was about to cause a big problem for us. But he keeps walking. And then at a certain point, like when he gets to a certain point, I was like, oh, he's walking to my window of the car. So they're like, oh my gosh, lock the doors. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna drive out. And so I put it in reverse and I drive. I floor it though. No, I didn't really floor it, but I just went fast for a parking lot. And by this point, we were all shaking, freaking out. We were like, this dude was about to do something. Like, we don't know what he could have done. So when we get a little further down the parking lot, I was like, this might be risky, but I'm gonna turn around and see if he actually went into Target, to see if he was just gonna like cover it up, or if he actually did just have to go into Target. Like, well, let's see. Let's just see what he does. So I turn around in the parking lot and I drive back to Target. This dude, this was like 20 seconds after I had driven off. I was back. This dude was walking back to his car. He didn't walk into Target at all. He just stood in the parking lot and then walked back to his car. So then at that point I was like, okay, confirmed. This dude was trying to do something to us. We obviously didn't go into Target after that. We were like, we going home, we going somewhere else. So this next part might not make any sense, just to keep the people's identities private for them. Like, I can say whatever I want about myself, but not about other people. Someone else that we knew that was coming from church also was driving by, and it was a man, and we were like, hey, this just happened, blah, blah. We told him the whole story. And we were like, okay, what should we do now? Are we supposed to do anything? Should we just like go home? And he was like, okay, I'm gonna watch him. I'm just gonna sit here and see what he does. He sat in his car for around an hour and watched the creepy man walk into a store, and he stayed in there for like an hour. And this is not a store that anyone stays in for an hour. So he's probably hiding, who knows. And then when he gets out, he like sits in his car for a long time. It's just really weird. So then the man that we were talking to, like the nice one, he starts driving to my house to tell me about what happened. And he sees that the man is following him to my house. That's when you cross the line. So he was driving toward my house and he saw that he was following him. And right before you turn the corner to go into my neighborhood, the creepy man turns into this house that is obviously not his. We know who the people are that live there. And we're like, that's not your house, boy. Why you turning in that driveway, boy? He just turns in there and turns back around and leaves. So he tried to follow someone to our house. He might know where I live because he knows what my car looks like and what his car looks like. So that's great. So that's about it. It happened a week ago. Nothing else has happened since. And hopefully nothing else will happen like that again. Especially with that man. Nothing much happens to me like that, so I just thought I'd tell you about it. And tell you that just to keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes all around. So, yeah, that's all. I think I need to go somewhere. I just heard a door close. Thank you so much for watching this. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you. I just stuck my tongue out weird. Next week.